Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Easy English Talk Show. I'm Linda, and I'm really happy to start today's episode with you. As always, I'm here with my co-host Alex, and we're excited to share another natural English conversation with you.
Hi, everyone. I'm Alex. Thank you so much for joining us today. We truly appreciate you spending your time here to practice English and improve your listening and speaking skills with us.
Before we get started, if you enjoy learning English through real conversations like this, please remember to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Your support really helps us continue creating useful content for English learners around the world.
And today's topic feels very special and meaningful for many people.
Yes, today we're talking about Happy New Year. The start of a new year often brings many emotions. Some people feel hopeful and excited, some feel calm and reflective, and others simply feel ready for a fresh start.
It's a time when people look back at the past year and think about what's coming next.
Exactly. So, speaking of the new year, Alex, how are you feeling today?
So, Alex, how are you today? I'm feeling pretty good, Linda. There's something special about the first days of the new year. I feel more hopeful and a little more relaxed than usual. It's like I can breathe easier. I don't feel the pressure of last year anymore, and I feel more motivated to do better. Even small things like waking up in the morning feel different when the year is new.
I know exactly what you mean. I felt that too. On the first morning of the year, I woke up a bit late because I stayed up on New Year's Eve, but instead of feeling tired, I felt calm. I played a song that I always listen to at the beginning of the year, and it instantly put me in a good mood.
That sounds nice. I also stayed up late on New Year's Eve. I watched the countdown, and at midnight, I heard fireworks outside. Even though I was at home, the sound of fireworks made the moment feel special.
Yes, fireworks always make the new year feel real. I also received a few messages from friends wishing me Happy New Year. Simple messages, but they made me smile. It reminded me that people are thinking about each other at this time of year.
Exactly. And then the next day, I slept in longer than usual. It felt great to start the year slowly instead of rushing.
Same here. These small moments really shape how we feel at the start of the year.
The new year always brings new feelings and fresh starts.
And that is what we will talk about today. Before we move into our main conversation, let's take a moment to talk about today's topic, Happy New Year. The new year is the time when one year ends and another one begins. It's a natural moment to pause, look back at the past, and think about what we want for the future.
Yes, for many people, the new year represents hope, change, and new opportunities. It's a chance to start fresh, to learn from last year, and to try again. Even small changes can feel important when the year is new.
For English learners, this topic is very useful. Talking about the new year helps you express your feelings, talk about your plans, and share your goals in a natural way.
In this episode, you will learn common New Year vocabulary, how to talk about goals and plans, and how to share your hopes for the future using simple English.
So now, let us start by talking about what the new year means to us. So, Alex, let me ask you something to start our main conversation. What does the new year usually mean to you?
For me, Linda, the new year feels like a new beginning. A new beginning means starting something again with new energy and a new mindset. When the year changes, I feel like I'm opening a new chapter. I don't have to be perfect, but I can try to do things a little better than before. It also feels like a fresh start. A fresh start means leaving old mistakes behind and giving yourself another chance. Even if last year was difficult, the new year reminds me that things can change. I try to think more positively and focus on what I can improve. And finally, the new year is a time for reflection. Reflection means thinking deeply about the past. I look back at what I did well, what I learned, and what I want to change. I don't judge myself too hard. I just try to understand myself better.
I really like that, Alex. I feel something very similar. For me, the new year is also a quiet moment to pause. I don't rush into big plans right away. Instead, I think about how I want to feel in the coming year. Calm, focused and more balanced. I also like the feeling of possibility. Even small things feel important at the beginning of the year. Drinking my morning coffee, writing a short note, or planning my week feels more meaningful somehow.
Yes, it's like the new year gives simple moments more value.
Exactly. And now that we've talked about what the new year means to us personally, let's move on and talk about some real situations people experience at the start of the new year. Alex, let's start with New Year's Eve. How do you usually celebrate New Year's Eve?
Most years, I keep it simple. I usually stay at home with a few close friends or family members. We talk, eat snacks, and wait for the countdown. A countdown is when people count the last seconds of the year together, like 10, 9, 8, until midnight.
I love that moment. There's always so much emotion in the air.
Yes, and at midnight, we usually say Happy New Year to each other. Midnight is 12 o'clock at night, when the new year officially begins. Sometimes we watch fireworks on TV, and sometimes we can hear them outside. It's a quiet but meaningful way to celebrate. To celebrate means to enjoy a special moment in a happy way.
That sounds very warm and peaceful. I also enjoy quiet celebrations more than big parties. So, Alex, do you usually make plans for the new year?
Yes, but my plans are very simple. I don't like making too many big promises. I usually make a small plan for myself. A plan is an idea about what you want to do in the future. For example, I might plan to read more books or spend less time on my phone. I also set one main goal. A goal is something you want to achieve. This year, my goal is to improve my health. I want to sleep better and move more during the day. I don't try to change everything at once. I just want to improve a little each month.
I really like that approach. For me, making plans helps me feel calm. I usually write down a few goals, but they're more about how I want to live. For example, I plan to manage my time better and make space for things I enjoy. I don't want my year to feel rushed.
That's a great plan. It sounds realistic and kind to yourself.
That leads perfectly to my next question. Do you make New Year's resolutions?
I do, but I've changed how I think about them. A resolution is a promise you make to yourself at the beginning of the year. In the past, my resolutions were too big, and I felt disappointed when I couldn't keep them. Now I focus on small changes. I try to build one good habit at a time. A habit is something you do regularly, like exercising or waking up early. I tell myself to move step by step. That means making progress slowly, one small step at a time. It feels more achievable and less stressful.
I feel the same way. I don't really like strict resolutions anymore. I prefer gentle intentions. Instead of saying, I must do this, I say, I want to try this. It feels more positive. If I miss a day, I don't feel bad. I just continue the next day.
That's a healthy mindset. The new year should encourage us, not pressure us.
Now, let me ask you something deeper. How do you feel when you look back at last year?
It's a mix of emotions. I feel proud of some things. Proud means feeling happy and satisfied with what you did. I worked hard, learned new things, and handled some difficult situations. At the same time, I also feel a bit of regret about things I didn't do. But instead of feeling sad, I try to see them as a lesson. A lesson is something you learn from experience. And most importantly, I feel thankful. Thankful means feeling grateful. I'm thankful for my health, for the people around me, and for the things I learned last year.
That's a very balanced way to look at the past. I feel similar. When I look back, I try not to focus only on success or failure. I remind myself that every year teaches us something. Even difficult moments help us grow.
Exactly. And that's why the new year feels meaningful. It gives us a chance to use those lessons and move forward.
Well said. And now that we've talked about these real-life situations, let's explore how the new year can give us even more motivation and hope. You know, Alex, one thing I really like about the new year is the feeling of motivation it brings. Even if nothing changes overnight, the idea of a new year makes people feel more hopeful. To feel hopeful means to believe that good things can happen. When the year is new, it feels easier to believe in yourself and in the future.
I agree. The new year feels positive in a natural way. Positive means focusing on good thoughts instead of worries. Even small plans feel exciting because they belong to a new chapter. I think that's why many people feel more motivated at this time of year. Motivated means having the energy and desire to take action.
For me, one thing that helps keep that motivation is writing. At the beginning of the year, I like to write short New Year notes to myself. They're not long or complicated. Sometimes it's just one sentence, like, be kind to yourself, or focus on what matters. Writing these notes makes the year feel more meaningful. Meaningful means something has real value and importance.
That's a great idea. I don't usually write things down, but I like to talk about my plans with friends. When I share my goals, they feel more real. My friends also share their plans, and we encourage each other. It's easier to stay motivated when you don't feel alone.
Yes, sharing makes a big difference, and it's also great practice for English learners. You can say things like, I hope this year will be better. My goal this year is to improve my English and feel more confident speaking it. What about you?
That sounds like a great goal. For me, I want to focus more on balance. I want my future to feel calmer, not too busy. I hope to enjoy my work, spend more time with people I care about, and take things one step at a time.
That sounds very healthy. I really hope it will be a good year for you, Linda.
Thank you, Alex. I hope the same for you. I think the most important thing is to stay positive and not put too much pressure on ourselves.
I agree. A new year doesn't mean we have to change everything. It just gives us a chance to move forward in a better way.
Exactly. And conversations like this are very common at the beginning of the year.
Yes, and for everyone listening, this is how you can talk about the new year in real life. Now let's slow things down and focus on the key vocabulary from today's episode. These words will help you talk about the new year, your feelings, and your plans in clear and natural English. We'll explain each word in a simple way and give examples you can use in real conversations.
Let's start with the first word, New Year. The new year is the time when one year ends and another one begins. People often use it to talk about new beginnings and future plans.
Here are some examples. The new year makes me feel hopeful. I like the calm feeling of the new year. Now please repeat after us. New year.
The next word is resolution. A resolution is a promise you make to yourself at the beginning of the year. It is usually about changing a habit or starting something new.
Examples. My New Year's resolution is to exercise more. I try to make simple resolutions, not big ones. Repeat with us. Resolution.
Now let's look at goal. A goal is something you want to achieve. A goal can be big or small.
Examples. My goal this year is to improve my English. I set one main goal for the new year. Repeat after us. Goal.
Next is the word hope. Hope means wanting something good to happen in the future.
Examples. I hope this year will be better than last year. She hopes to find a better work-life balance. Repeat with us. Hope.
Our next phrase is fresh start. A fresh start means starting again in a new way, without focusing too much on past mistakes.
Examples. The new year feels like a fresh start. I want a fresh start after a difficult year. Repeat. Fresh start.
Now let's talk about plan. A plan is an idea about what you want to do in the future. Plans help you feel organized and focused.
Examples. I made a simple plan for the new year. My plan is to spend more time with my family. Repeat after us. Plan.
And our final word today is improve. To improve means to make something better over time.
Examples. I want to improve my English speaking skills. He is trying to improve his daily habits. Repeat. Improve.
Great job. Let's quickly review today's 7 words together. New year, resolution, goal, hope, fresh start, plan, improve.
You can use these words in very natural sentences, such as, "The new year gives me hope." "My goal is to improve step by step." "I hope this year will be positive and meaningful."
These words are very common at the beginning of the year, so practicing them will help you feel more confident in real conversations.
Exactly. Keep using these words when you talk about your plans and feelings for the new year. Now let's move on to a short practice to help you use them actively. All right, everyone, now it's time to practice using the vocabulary and ideas from today's episode. This is your chance to speak out loud and feel more confident. Don't worry about mistakes, just try your best.
Let's start with a few model sentences. Please listen carefully and repeat them out loud after us.
Here is the first sentence. "The new year feels like a fresh start for me." Now take a moment and repeat that sentence.
Great. Here's the second one. My goal this year is to improve myself step by step. Go ahead and say it out loud.
And here is the third sentence. "I hope this year will be positive and meaningful."
Nice work. Speaking slowly and clearly is perfect. Now let's try a simple sentence where you complete the idea. Listen to this sentence. My New Year's 3 is to read more books. Take a second to think.
The correct word is resolution.
Here is another one. I made a simple 3 for the new year. What word fits best?
The answer is plan.
Excellent. Now let's move to a personal question. What is one goal you have for this year? Try to answer out loud using simple English. You can pause for a moment if you need time to think.
If you need help, here are some sample answers you can use as a guide. One goal I have for this year is to improve my English. My goal is to be healthier and feel more balanced. I want to build better habits this year. I hope to manage my time better.
Great job practicing. Remember, every time you speak, you are improving.
Exactly. Keep practicing these sentences and you'll feel more comfortable talking about the new year and your goals. Now let's move on to our summary. All right, everyone, let's take a moment to review what we talked about in today's episode. The main goal of this lesson was to help you feel more comfortable talking about the new year in English. We focused on sharing feelings, talking about plans, and expressing hopes in a simple and natural way.
Yes, and throughout the conversation, Linda and I shared how the new year feels to us personally. We talked about New Year's Eve, quiet celebrations at midnight, making simple plans, setting small goals, and reflecting on the past year. These are very common topics people talk about at the beginning of a new year.
We also discussed New Year's resolutions and how they don't have to be big or stressful. Sometimes focusing on small habits and taking things step by step is enough to make real progress.
Let's quickly review the 7 key vocabulary words from today's episode. New year, resolution, goal, hope, fresh start, plan, improve.
These words are very useful when you want to talk about the future. You can use them to share your thoughts, your feelings, and your intentions for the year ahead. Even short sentences can clearly express what you want to say.
Most importantly, we want you to remember that the new year is not about being perfect. It's a time to feel hopeful, to learn from the past, and to start again with a positive mindset.
Exactly. Every new year gives us another chance to grow, change, and move forward at our own pace.
You did great today. Thank you for listening and practicing with us.
And now, let's finish with our question of the day. And now it's time for our question of the day. What is one thing you want to do better this year? It can be something small or something important to you. For example, maybe you want to improve your English, manage your time better, stay healthier, or feel more positive in your daily life.
We'd really love to hear your answer. Please write your response in the comments below. Even a short sentence is great practice, and sharing your goal can help you feel more motivated.
Thank you so much for spending your time with us today. We hope this episode helped you feel more confident talking about the new year, your plans, and your hopes in English.
If you enjoyed this episode, please remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss our future episodes.
We'll see you next time on the Easy English Talk Show.
Take care and have a great start to your new year. Bye.
Bye!